What's up everyone? Welcome back to Microgreens Farmer. On today's episode, I'm just going to go over the basics, how to grow microgreens. So this video is going to be useful whether you want to just grow for your home use, just to eat, or if you want to start a commercial operation, I'll have some tips in there for you on that as well. So stay tuned. Okay, so most of my videos are usually just focused on commercial microgreens growing, but today is going to be a little different. I'll talk kind of about commercial growing and also just how to grow microgreens for yourself, for your family, for fun, for nutrition, for flavor. Just the very basics, how to grow microgreens. It's not really that hard at all. When you get into a commercial operation, that's when things get a lot more tricky and you need to dial in certain things like your systems and your sales process and all that kind of stuff. But just growing microgreens is really quite simple. So I'll show you here the basic supplies I've got down here behind me, and I'll just plant like a couple trays, show you guys some different options, how long to keep them in germination, how to finish them, all that kind of stuff. So let me just dive right in. Okay, with microgreens, first of all, you need something to grow them in. Commercially, we use these things called 10-20 flats. A lot of times we use ones with holes on the top, we use ones without holes in the bottom, and we water in the bottom. It's called bottom watering. It just wicks up through the soil, and it doesn't get everywhere. You can also buy like a roll of BioStraight. I just moved it over there. You can see this is like felt grow pad stuff. And you can cut those to size and put those in the tray and grow on those if you don't want to use soil. This blank one's out here because we're going to put some soil in there. This is soil mix. It's actually peat. Peat mix you can buy. We screen it, so just do your best to break it up with your hand if you're just growing for fun. And we put about 1.5 scoops in here. Put a little more for certain varieties. Sunny's like a little more soil. So yeah, just smooth it out on the surface. Get yourself a nice level surface. For commercial growing, we use this to press down the soil really good. But if you're just growing these for fun at home, just, you know, do your best to pat them down. All right, so there you go. And the next part is simply to put your seeds on there. And microgreens, there's so many different varieties you can grow. In my course, we've got 27 different cheat sheets. You can grow a few more than that even. But if you're just growing at home for nutrition, grow whatever you like. Grow the easy stuff, grow the hard stuff, heck, whatever you want to do, experiment around. This is like a salad mix, sunflowers, you got radishes and different things down there. Pea shoots are really popular. But keep it simple at first so you'll stick with it, you know. So what we have here, this is like an empty big spice container. You get peppercorns in these a lot of times. And you can just clean one of these out and put your seeds in there. So this is a mixed seeds that all have similar days to maturity. So there's like a salad mix in here, kohlrabi, cabbage, radish, purple radish, broccoli, all kinds of different stuff, arugula. This is just a whole mixture. So this is a nice thing, perfect for kids to do or anyone that's in a hurry. And we're just going to sprinkle this and kind of cover it with seeds. Hopefully from this video you can see kind of a basic get a basic look at how much I'm putting on here. But you don't need to play around or weigh it out or anything for home use. You just want to put it on there so it's somewhat even. And then you will water them. Okay, so our seeds are on there. We're just going to water it now. Just use a watering can or whatever you have at home and get them nice and wet. Okay. And okay, so it's all wet on there. And for at-home growing, you can also just put paper towels over there. And then water the paper towel. That'll trap in the moisture better. For germination, the paper towels, when you take them off the top, it'll kind of hang on to some of the little seed hulls, which are fine to get off there. but you can also stack them. If you're going to do a few at home, commercially we stack them. And this just weighs them down, gives them a little resistance for the plants, so they have to work harder in the beginning, which means they're putting down stronger roots, which means you're going to have a healthier crop, and it's also just holding the moisture in so they germinate well. So for our commercial operation, we're stacking for 4 to 5 days, like for most of these crops, 3.5 to 5 days. And for at home, just put your paper towel on there and just let it sit. It doesn't need to be in the light or anything when it's germinating. It's better if it's in a dark area, actually. So just let it sit in a dark area for a few days. The paper towels, the seeds will start growing. They'll push up the paper towels, so they'll start pushing up the trays below them. If you're growing just for personal consumption, you can just pull the paper towel off there and move the microgreens to a well-lit area of your house. Maybe by a bright window out of direct sunlight. Except for sunnies, they really do love that direct sunlight, and some of the other varieties do okay in direct sunlight, but it can be a little intense and dry them out. And you basically just want to keep watering them, keep them moist until they get yay height, and then you can just get out your scissors or a sharp knife and just cut them off and eat them. Throw them on all your meals. Or you can harvest them if they're getting long and leggy. You can harvest them all into a Ziploc bag and store them in your fridge. I put out some other containers here, like, use what you have. If you don't have to order these flats when you're getting started. You might have some deli containers that you got from the takeout store. Just poke some holes in the bottom of the deli container and then just set it on the lid. Put your soil in there, your grow pad in there. That'd be perfect. Or you could even, these are some little pots that actually I made these. I've been doing some pottery on the side for fun. But I'm going to give these to people for Christmas presents with some soil in there and some microgreens growing. So you could, if you want something beautiful for your centerpieces for your table, for like a feast you're having at your house, and you had 3 different varieties going, it'd be kind of cool for people to be able to snip them off there. And so that's the basics of how to grow microgreens. You have your soil or your pads down, you lay your seeds down, you water them, you let them germinate. A few days later, after they're popping up, you put them under the lights, and then you eat them. So I don't know why I spent 10 minutes in the beginning explaining all that when I just explained it all in 30 seconds. But maybe you found some of that stuff helpful. So yeah, that's how to grow microgreens. If you guys are interested in all the intricacies of growing commercially, all the timing, the sales process, all that kind of stuff, head over to Microgreens Farmer. I've got a free ebook just called a quick start guide, and it goes through everything of how to go from seed to making your first sale, how to approach chefs, all that kind of stuff. And when you sign up for the ebook, you can pick a time to go to the webinar as well. And tons of extra good info on that webinar as well, and it'll tell you about my online course and all kinds of good stuff on email. So hope you guys found that helpful, and thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you later.